In the old days, computer hardware was slow, at least by today's standards. This meant that boat racing games were in 2D, usually using a top-down perspective. Later, graphics processors and graphics cards entered the scene, bringing the genre into the 3D era. Games like Wave Race on the Nintendo 64 had pretty cool dynamic water for the time. The graphics processor would calculate the visuals, while the main CPU would calculate things like boat physics and water physics. CPUs are slow compared to graphics cards when it comes to crunching numbers, so it's just natural that the level of detail of the physics simulation was rather limited. In Wild White Waters we use a new approach that only recently became available due to graphics hardware evolution. We use the graphics card not only to do the visuals, but also to calculate boat and water physics. This leads to more convincing water and boat behavior, and hopefully a more immersive experience overall.
To introduce ourselves, we are a two-man team based in Austria. We recently started to work on our own games. The main focus of Markus is programming, and I'm taking care of the graphics. By the way, my name is Dirk. In Wild White Waters you drive motorized boats through beautiful river landscapes. We have split Wild White Waters into 4 separate stretch goals. The first stretch goal will be the basic boat racing game, including different play modes. There will be a time race, where you try to make it through a level as fast as possible, while not wrecking your boat. The goal is to beat the top times of other players. Even though in this mode only one player can drive at a time, you will still be able to see your opponents driving. Their boats will be ghost boats, meaning you won't be able to bump into them, but it will help you to get a better idea of how far ahead or behind you are. Another game mode is local multiplayer, with multiple players driving on one screen, inspired by a game called Micro Machines. Players falling behind too far, getting off the screen, will be punished. Opponents will try to push you off course and damage your boat. In the local co-op mode, 2 or more players try to get as far as possible, helping each other along. This mode also doesn't use split screen. If players get separated too far apart, eventually one player will get off the screen and the game punishes you. Sounds easy, but with strong currents and tricky waterfalls to master, staying together can be challenging. And last, a never-ending level that's all about relaxing, listening to music and enjoying the ride.
With the second stretch goal, we want to introduce economy features. You start out with the worst boat ever. You'll be able to tune your boat, buy boat parts or buy entirely new boats. You earn money by competing in challenges and events. Or you accept paid missions, transporting cargo like coal for example. Try not to lose too much coal on the way, and if you're too slow, you won't get paid. The third stretch goal is all about online multiplayer. You can race against your friends or compete in challenges with other players around the world. Not only can you be the driver, you can also be a sponsor of other players. Profit from their success, but take losses if you bet on a loser. The final stretch goal should allow people not owning the game to still take part in it. We want to make an online viewer that works in a browser. You'll be a spectator in racing events. You position yourself somewhere along the track to observe the race, and you cheer for your favorite pilot.